Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it's time for my client Amrit's vlogs. Again, we're a little late getting one of his up. He got a few days behind. Again, his business is booming right now, so he's like, man, I'm missing workouts. I'm having to slide them down. But you know what? We had a laugh about it earlier today because we're like, yeah, you're taking 11 days sometimes to get a week's worth of training done, but you're hitting PRs. You're getting stronger. We're regaining the strength. We're rebuilding what he had lost. Because again, Amrit was Team Blaha for a year and then took time off, detrained a little bit too. He was still training, but not at the same level. And you guys have watched the vlog series, so you kind of know how I've given him a hard time about some of it. But this week was very, very good in spite of it having to be spread out. He got 7 reps on the bench. This is a 5+ week for those curious on 531. It's a 5+ week. Right? He got 7 reps on the bench. He got 10 on the squat, 7 on the press, and 8 on the deadlift. Okay? So then this is after a training max increase, right? This is a new block. We increase his training max, and he's getting, well above 5 reps on all of them. So again, it's all coming back. It's coming back. Now, again, his supplemental work, because, again, he's busy. I have to keep his workouts real short as we can within reason, because, again, he's extremely busy with business right now. So we get these workouts as short as possible. So he's doing, again, big but boring bench with pretty short breaks. He does pin lay rows, tricep press downs, right? That's his upper body days. Right? And that's all he needs. That's all he needs at the moment. He's getting stronger, regaining muscle. Notice he's starting to slowly fill back out. Notice the biceps are growing a little bit. Right? So that's what his bench day looks like. Of course, we do chin-ups on his press day. So he gets a little bit of variation in there. He needs rows because he really struggles with upper back. I have other lifters. Some of you guys are like, well, they only do pull-ups or they only do rows. Well, if I have someone who's not strong enough to crank out multiple sets of 10 on a chin-up or a pull-up, there's no point doing them, really. So we tend to stick to row type movements for those lifters. Okay, if I have lifters who need a lot of upper back is a weakness, and now look closely, like Amrit needs a lot of trap and rear delta and stuff. His lats are pretty strong because he's real strong at chin-ups. You guys have seen him do some heavy-weighted chins. His biceps and lats are strong. This is not a problem for him. But his upper back has historically been a weakness for him. Getting thick traps and stuff is hard. So we need those rows in there, right? So I can't have him go straight to chin-ups and only chin-ups and pull-ups. He has to row, right? He has to, in addition to doing the overhead pressing and stuff that we need to bring up that shoulder girdle. So again, we do both for him. Some of my lifters only do pull-ups. Some only do rows. He does both. Mainly because I don't want him to lose that chin-up strength because he's good at it. We don't want to lose what we have, but we also need to hit those weak links. And the rows do a lot for him. But look at that squatting. Everything is to depth. He got 10 reps at 85% training max. All right, we're seeing the improvements here, right? We're seeing what we want to see. And I think this week he struggled to get his supplemental stuff in. But in Amrit's case, because his legs have been lagging and they need the volume, the big but boring squats may be enough to keep his legs growing. And considering he didn't get as much this training cycle as I wanted on his other supplemental leg work, right? He didn't get as much as I wanted. But his squats going up tells us that doing just this volume work alone and having worked on his technique a little bit, that his legs are growing. Because the 10 rep squat thing, that was a PR. It was absolutely a rep PR. So he's seeing progress. Now, we didn't get all his workout in here this week. By the way, his camera died in the middle of his deadlift workout, so all we got was the heavy sets. And I believe I have good mornings in there for him right now. Plus, again, 5x10 deadlifts, which he hates. By the way, he cusses me. If you guys follow my Facebook fitness page, you'll see I put up some screenshots of him and Brett and other people like complaining to me that they're crying about the the lifts and then me saying, laughing about it, they die, they die. He hates the volume deadlifts. He hates the volume squats. He really does. He cusses at me. He's like, I hate you. But he's getting stronger on both, right? He's getting stronger on both. Of course, overhead press, he's good at overhead pressing. Like overhead press and deadlift and chin-ups have historically been his strong point. Squatting has been his weak link. But Amber's got a strong back in general. Like I said, we had him at a 5-plate pull, and we're right about there again now. Based on this week's rep work, I'm pretty sure he can pull 5 plates again. Pretty sure he could for an all-out max. We don't need to test it. We'll wait till because he does kilos, so that's 220 kilos is 5 plates, right? He could probably pull it for a single now. I want to get him to where he can pull it for a triple, right? That's the goal. Because we pulled it for a single before when he was a client, and we're rebuilding fast. We want to pull it for 3. That's what we're looking for. We want to get it on the training maxes in one of those 95% days. But his overhead press day, we do chins like we just discussed, and we do a lot of volume chins. I have him do 5 high rep sets right now. I occasionally let him do a weighted set when he wants to, just because, again, he likes weighted chins, and he's good at them. I can be forgiving as a coach for my non-novices. Like you guys notice, when my novices do anything off program, I am pissed. I am pissed off. My guys I've worked with a long time, they know they can get away with certain things with me. And they know that, hey, coach, I ended up doing a real heavy set of chins. I did a 5-rep set with 2 plates. Look at that. I did that today instead of the rep work for the pull-ups. Hope you're not mad. And they know as long as they did some other volume behind it, and it was a good clean set, they know I'm not going to say anything, right? Because they're more advanced lifters and they're strong already. I'm not worried about them getting hurt doing some pull-ups. So again, I tend to be more forgiving of that. So occasionally I let Amrit come in and do some heavy weighted chins, and I don't give him a big deal about it. If it's a good strong set, I'm like, it was a good set. It's supposed to be body weight, but hey, it was a good set. But deadlifts, peak set, he got, I believe, 8 reps. So the deadlift is climbing. Deadlift is climbing because that's like 200 kg, right? That's a 440 or so, 430, 440, 8 reps. Yeah, he told me on the others, you guys noticed he just exploded on the ramp up. He's like, it felt like speed work because he's run conjugate before. We got his deadlift up on conjugate originally. But 8 reps with, again, I believe 200 kg or close to, because he's at 205 is his training max. He's supposed to do 95%, so this might be like 195. Either way, so for my Americans and Freedom units, that's like 430, 435 for 8 reps. He's no slouch on the deadlift. Okay. He can pull 5 plates again now. We want to get it for 3. Then we want to get it for 5. That's what we want. And we're not that far off. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.